Roundtable with Lenny S, Maya the Brazilianaire, and Big Lite.
Okay, everybody, on with the show!
Take a seat and
Yo, what up, everybody? This is the one and only Just Blazing. Right now, you are hanging out at the Roundtable. Lenny S, Maya the B, Big Lite. Don't shrink that screen. Stop playing.
Yeah, once again, we back out the gun barrel. It's the Roundtable, baby, up in your ass.
DJ On
Lenny
Point.
S, Maya the B, and Big Lite.
DJ On Point is on point
got
with this
Just
record right now.
Super producer in the building to the left.
And
All right,
he
can I-
super producer that
I'm sorry.
sampled Super Freak.
Yeah, he did,
it.
and killed it. Could I ask you something? And it's so far to the left, and it's really, I call this a PG question. It's personal glory.
Personal
How
glory.
do you get, and this may be dumb, but sorry, your drums so crazy? Like, why I meet with 28,000 producers and none of their drums sound like that? How? What do you do? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Come on, Joe, seriously.
No, to be
Stop
honest.
it.
Tell me something. Plug-ins.
Be focused.
No,
on
you
that.
know what it is? It's just, I think some people don't realize that the drum is the foundation of hip hop, period.
Always.
You look at some of the best records that work in the club, and
Bongo
nothing but,
Rock,
and
Apache.
nothing but drums.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and knowing that, you just gotta have an ear. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you look at records like Grindin', records like A Milli.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, those records just nothing but look at
Drum.
what was that first Run DMC record? Sucker MC.
Right.
It's nothing but drums. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, that's the foundation of hip hop. So you gotta start with the drums. You know, and really on a technical side, you know, luckily I have a full studio where I can sit there and tweak the drums till I feel like they're right.
Also, does you
Baseline.
starting off as an engineer, does that help?
Right.
You're an engineer and a producer.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
that
You know,
help?
I always tell producers the best. I always tell up and coming people, or up and coming producers, the best producers know how to engineer themselves. You don't have to sit there and push all the buttons yourself, but know what all of them buttons do. Otherwise, you sitting there telling the engineer, "Yo, turn it up, give me more bass." But he doesn't know what that means. That can mean a million and one things. You gotta be able to be more specific. So even if you're not turning the knob yourself, he's gotta know what it is exactly that you want. So you gotta be able to talk that talk.
So how does it feel to own your own studio bass line as a producer?
It's a gift and a curse. It's a gift, obviously, because I have a place to just do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it. The curse is sometimes, you know, it's not cheap.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the problem that I have is sometimes, like, Dre will call me to go work on something in LA, and ideally I'd like to go out there and build with him one-on-one, or somebody else of that caliber, you know, when I get called out of town. At the same time, I got $1 million studio.
Right.
I need y'all to come out here, but we like, you know, because it makes no sense for me to do all that
Bills.
traveling when I got bills to pay.
Right.
It ain't cheap to run a spot like that.
True.
You know?
Can we ask a really cool question, just because I'm the female of the group? What was the benefits for you having a female manager? Because
I think it's not just having a female manager; it's a female manager who doesn't take any mess from anybody. You know what I'm
At
saying?
all. Big up
Yeah.
to Nasa
Holla.
Camacho, one of the
Yeah.
best managers in the music business.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
like,
like that,
shout
a
out to
tough
Ray
girl.
Scott.
Yeah, like she doesn't play any games. So when we were young, we were both starting out. It was one of those things where it was like, I don't know everything, you don't know everything, we're gonna figure it out. But I trust you because I know you don't take nothing from nobody. Because I know this since she was 15 years
Right.
old. So that being the case, I avoided a lot of pitfalls that a lot of new producers fall into when they get bum contracts
Right.
or bum deals. You know what I
Right.
mean? And a lot of times with guys, and this is just keeping it real, we tend to be buddy with each other. You know what I mean?
True.
So sometimes you need somebody who is not your buddy
Right.
and don't care,
right.
and just wants what's the best thing for their client at the end of the day.
That is true. That is very true.
That is that.
I want to get into something a little technical. A lot of producers out there, they immediately go and they get publishing deals. And the publishing deals, the publishing companies,
They answered it
the
already.
publishing companies give them an advance of money and then they split their royalties. How come in all the places you've had, you could probably by far get a couple of $1 million for a pub deal? How come you're one of the few producers in the world who does not have a publishing deal?
I ain't gonna front. There was a point where I thought it was the way to go because that's what everybody always says to do. But even when I wasn't rocking like that and I wasn't doing Jay-Z records, I was making $200, $250 a year. So it's kind of like, all right, so I'm cool. I'm not living outside my means. I'm making a nice little, you know, amount of income. Do I really need to go sign half of my publishing away for maybe $1 million, out of which the government is taking 48.9%.
Right.
And then I'm giving my manager 15-20%. I'm giving my lawyer 4%. And then if somebody at the publishing company is giving a new producer that amount of money, they're gonna want their little 5% kickback.
So at the end of the day, you got
At the end of the
200,000.
day, I'm walking away with $250,000, which is what I'm making a year anyway.
Right.
So it's kind of like,
Smart.
and I'm losing half of my publishing.
Right.
And I sample, so sometimes samples take 50%, which only leaves me with another 50,
Gas money.
50% to split with the artist.
Right.
It just kind of started to not make any
And
sense.
you produce like a million tracks. I'm telling you, when I like Googled Just Blaze and I was looking through your discography, I was like, there was pages and pages and pages. I was like, it was serious. It was really crazy. On the top of your head, do you know how many records that you produced?
Nah,
You don't?
it's a few hundred maybe. I don't know.
At all? You don't?
Is there a
Top five.
favorite one? Is there a favorite
Yeah.
one? Your all-time favorite?
Let's go with the top 5, like.
All right, cool. That sounds better.
Oh,
That's like asking somebody to pick their favorite
You ain't
kid.
got to put them in order.
Wait.
Just give us your favorite 5. Like,
I put it like this. I'm also a DJ, so I'm gonna base it on that.
Okay.
Because the records that I play, that
could
I
pick 'em then.
produce, that gets them, and Lenny already knows because we've been on stage playing them a lot of the time. PSA, What We Do,
Right.
PSA is Jay-Z. What we do is Freeway.
Public service announcement.
Joe Buttons. No?
You don't know. Pump
No?
It Up. Yeah, actually,
Pump It Up is
the-
retarded.
Pump It Up.
Any
crazy.
party.
What?
Pump It Up was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's even a sex record.
I've heard people ask for records that sound like Pump It Up. I've heard Dr.
Actual
Dre
records sound like
request records. Can you give me a record that sounds like Pump It Up? I'm telling you, I swear to God.
Wow. I gotta pick one more. Hold on. Probably. You know what? Flip Side.
Flip Side is
The first,
bonkers.
and all you need is the first 20 seconds.
What? That is crazy.
All you
Along
need is
with
that-
Freeway.
Tell them
On
how
that
Dame,
note,
tell
on
them
that
how
note,
Dame and them didn't want to make that a single.
Yo, Lenny, we got to flip the script.
Well, you know what? At the same time, the interesting thing about Flip Side is that it wasn't supposed to be what it ended up being.
Exactly.
Originally, it was like Jay wanted to do an R&B version of Rock the Mic for Beyonce. So originally, I chopped up Rock the Mic and made it different at a certain part in case Jay wanted to rap on it. It didn't happen. Freeway got his hands on it and did a song called Make the
Out
Cake.
came, yep.
Exactly.
Yep, yep.
And,
So, on
and it
that-
had Oskino and Sparks on it.
And then we
Shout out
switched
to
it and we-
Oskino and Sparks.
When we come back, we're going
That's
to talk
right.
about Just Blaze, all
All
his
that.
placements. We're going to talk about Saigon and
All
Atlantic,
that.
and we're going to talk about
That's
everything.
right.
Switch
DJ.
Beats coming up. Do
All
not
right.
shrink that screen.
Right.
You heard?
Yo, what up, everybody? This is the one and only Just Blaze, and right now, you are hanging out at the Roundtable. Lenny S, Maya to be, Big Lite. Don't shrink that screen. Stop playing.
Roundtable with Lenny S, Maya the Brazilianaire, and Big Lite.
Okay, everybody, on with the show!
Take a seat and